Hey guys, Anime Core 5 here, and today I want to discuss stuff relating to PC gaming and the console wars. Now, I know that there's a whole bunch of things happening between the PlayStation and Xbox. Xbox does something good, then Sony counters up with their good ideas, and it's just a whole bunch of um pretty much like them going at each other's throats, hammer and tongs. Sorry, I just used a reference from Tales of Berseria. Anyways, I am at the moment not that quite interested in the console wars. Why? Because fuck console wars. Fuck anybody who says so. Hey, if you like PlayStation, you like Xbox, alright, have at it. You guys can go beat each other with sticks and a hammer. I mean, after all, what is it? The console wars consists of two sides, and each of them are competing who has the bigger dick, obviously. And for me, I am just sitting on the sidelines enjoying the destruction of PlayStation and Xbox, because obviously I enjoy a lot of gaming on PC. I mean, hell, I'm even currently playing, I've been playing Tricycle Steel on my Steam Deck, which is pretty much a PC handheld device. And there's cool things you can do with it. You can adjust the frame rate, you can adjust the refresh rate, you can browse the net, you can do a whole bunch of stuff on the Steam Deck. Can you do that on the Nintendo Switch? Well, not everything. You can't do exactly everything what the Steam Deck can on the Switch. Though you can, buy stuff in the eShop. You can also play some cool, awesome third-party and first-party games. And I think you can also watch some portion of YouTube, I think, on the Steam Deck, possibly. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much what you can do on the Switch. But with the Steam Deck, you have a lot more open-ended stuff you can do that the Switch can't. But we're not here to compare the Steam Deck and the Switch. No. We're here to basically, compare how PC gaming right now currently is still superior compared to the console wars. I mean, between Xbox and PlayStation. Nintendo is out of this because why? Nintendo is pretty much completely separate because Nintendo competes with itself. It doesn't compete with Sony and Microsoft. Because, it's Nintendo. They make a whole bunch of third-party games, which, that reminds me, I think I have another kind of rant video, maybe coming in the future, relating to Nintendo Switch. Because, nowadays, I feel like I'm spending more time on playing a lot of PC third-party games, and not really necessarily caring about Nintendo Switch games. Mostly Nintendo's first-party games, because I just don't care. Anyways, there seems to be a whole bunch of stuff, regarding, the whole Game Pass, and then, Sony's, oh my god, I forget the name now. But yeah, Game Pass is still superior to what Sony has, but I know that there's a whole bunch of other stuff been going on, and honestly, don't get me wrong, I think, the PS5 and the Series S and X are pretty cool consoles. I'm not gonna deny that. But if you think about it maybe last year or the year before, where, the PlayStation 5 came out, there wasn't enough in store, so there wasn't really enough on the market. And plus, not to mention, if you did order one, there would be someone, there would be, pretty much, these people that would tend to buy, a batch of 4 or up, and then sell them, and then resell them on eBay for twice as much. So, there's that. And obviously, you can't buy the Series S and X around a lot either. However, you can still get yourself a Steam Deck because, if you go on Valve's website, you can actually get a Steam Deck. And actually, fun fact, recently, Valve has actually came out and actually said that they are ramping up production more. So if you place a reservation order for the Steam Deck on Valve's website, you'll be able to get a lot faster compared to, to an Xbox and a PS5. Or, well, I would say the Series X, you probably wouldn't be able to get immediately, but you definitely would still have to do some searching to find one. And the same thing goes for the PS5. But there are still some PS4 games you can still buy. I work at Target, so you can definitely, if you wanted one, you could still buy some PS4 games. But yeah, I know a lot of people out there still want a PS5 because, to them, they're not interested in PC gaming. And I understand that. I understand, you're not into PC gaming. You're more interested in either Game Pass or just playing PS5 games. And most of them are a lot of third-party games. However, Sony is actually, they're gonna start putting, I think, there's a rumor I just found on Google this morning that basically said that, I believe, there's a rumor that says that Sony is probably gonna put some of their PS5 exclusives on Game Pass. So you'll be able to play some of those PS5 exclusive games on Game Pass. But I also know, too, they've also been, they've already posted some of their games over on PC as well. So if you wanted to play, the God of War, that 2016 or 2018 that came out on PS4, you can now play that on PC. You don't even need to get yourself you don't need to bother playing on PlayStation for that. Though I would probably still consider about, still playing it on an actual PlayStation console. Because I've tried it. I've tried the new God of War game. I tried installing it on my PC. Doesn't work well. And I know, for some PC gamers out there that have a lot more, their PCs, they're a lot more powerful, which they can definitely run the game. Mine just can't. Even though my PC carries a 2060 Super graphics card, but apparently it doesn't have enough to run God of War 2016/2018. So there you go. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool, awesome, great games to play over on PC and Steam Deck. And plus, if you do actually end up getting a Steam Deck, a lot of the games that you actually have that you can play usually on your PC desktop, you can seriously just continue playing it on your Steam Deck. That's something that Nintendo kind of doesn't actually have. Because, when it comes to the Switch, yes, you can play in docked mode, and you can also play in portal mode, because, if you just dock it to a TV or monitor, you can play it that way, but that's not really quite the same way as how you would do it when it comes to the way of the route of the PC handheld gaming, when it comes to the Steam Deck, because, since Valve made the handheld, it actually comes with Steam, so if you actually, access your Steam account on the Steam Deck, you'll be able to play your games on the go. And that's one of the things of, why I actually like the Steam Deck, is because I can actually, play all my cool, awesome PC games on the go. And, when it comes to this whole console wars thing, I just feel like, what is the point of getting a PS5 and an Xbox when I could just play when I can play some really awesome games just on a much more, on PC, directly through Steam. And yes, I know that not every single game, not all of the first-party games that Sony has are available on PC, because, it's exclusive, But that part, that part doesn't actually bother me as much. I mean, because I don't really play like a lot of Sony first party games, honestly. And the same thing, like for Xbox, because Xbox, they don't really have like a lot of first party games. If you think about it, I mean, they have Game Pass, and yeah, I mean, with Game Pass, you are paying like $15 a month if you get the ultimate version, and not to mention, you have essentially a full entire access of a whole huge load of games that you could play on Game Pass. Though some of the games will probably be taken out, but then they'll eventually return. I mean, if you think of Netflix, that's essentially like what Game Pass is. And yeah, I will admit, Game Pass is a really cool, awesome system where it's like, you just pay $15 a month and then you have a complete access to play all the games available, and you don't need to worry about paying them individually. But for me, since I'm a old school gamer, I prefer to just buy games individually. That's just my take, honestly. But yeah, I no longer am really gonna care about either going for either Xbox or PlayStation. I think going forward, I'm gonna mostly just focus on on PC. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making Let's Plays based around like PlayStation or Nintendo or Xbox. I'm gonna still do that. I'm not docking any of those consoles because I know if I'm gonna play the new Kirby game, the only way I'm gonna play it is through Nintendo Switch. I can't play it directly through PC. Now, I mean, sure, I could if I could somehow manage to download some ROMs on Yuzu, which is the emulator for Switch, I could play them, but I can't because it's just the process is complicated to me, honestly. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I feel like to me that playing on PC is a lot of fun comparing to the whole entire fight between PlayStation and Xbox, and I just have I just do not have a care in the world. But yeah, I will still do Let's Plays for all sorts of games that are on either console, whether they're on Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. I mean, I somewhat have plans to probably do Ocarina of Time on from the N64. I mean, I have Project N64 on my PC, so I could definitely do that. Let me see, what else? What other Let's Plays do I have planned? I have a whole bunch of other... I have a whole bunch of other LP games I want to play. And some I'm still... I still want to get through. I mean, I want to redo Tales of Xillia, because when I originally started that Let's Play on my my old channel, I remember that... and this was, keep in mind, this was directly through the PlayStation 3. It didn't actually go out very well considering that the game would like lose its color completely. But now that I have a PS3 emulator on my PC, it'll be a lot easier. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, let me guys, leave a comment down below about, your thoughts on this whole, console wars thing. I know some of you guys out there prefer consoles, whether it be like either on Nintendo Switch, PS5, or the Xbox Series S and X. But yeah, and I know that you could still buy a Series S probably on Amazon and probably some other places, but for the Series X, that's a little bit tricky to get your hands on. And I know some of you guys also out there probably actually do have a PS5 and Xbox Series X, and you guys probably enjoy them. But to me, honestly, I just like PC gaming. I have finally adapted myself from going from being a console gamer to now being a PC gamer. So, yeah, I've completely am not gonna bother getting either console like this whole entire generation. And probably going forward, I'm going to probably mostly just stick with PC gaming, probably. unless of course there's actually like less, Sony and Microsoft give me a good reason to go out and get either a PlayStation or an Xbox. But either way, I'm still gonna enjoy playing games on my Steam Deck, and actually, I've been enjoying playing on my Steam Deck during my lunch hour at work, so that's actually fun. And I actually even enjoy playing on my little portable monitor when I'm at home too. I mean, yes, I could connect it to my actual monitor, but you know what? I would rather have my desktop PC just be on a normal PC, and then have my Steam Deck be connected to a portable monitor. So that way I have different ways to play it, but I can also just play on my little handheld device without needing a portable monitor. So there you go. But yeah, I know I relayed a comment in my my last video, which was the latest episode for Let's Play Tales of Arise. And I basically stated that I'm going to pretty much focus more of my attentions on doing a Let's Play Tales of Arise, and then just doing, anime rants and stuff like that. Like, anime and gaming rants, that's pretty much like what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to overwhelm myself, and also I don't want to risk, like, trying to feeling like, abandoned ship, and then of course, ghost everyone. So I'm going to just stick with just doing two different types of content for the time being. But I'll eventually get back to doing some more anime recommendations and anime reviews and such. But recently, right now, I haven't been really been into anime, unfortunately. But I could do like a little like manga type of review. Because I did actually recently read through a manga that's actually pretty cool. I could definitely do like maybe separate video sharing about it, but yeah. Anyways, feel free to leave comments down below of what you thought about in this video. Definitely hit the like if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you love all my content and you want to help support my channel, and you wish to see my channel go back up to, this channel going up to reaching 500 plus subscribers, because, my goal is try to beat the amount of subscribers from what my previous channel had, which was like, I think 450, which was close to 500. Like, I was only like 50 subscribers away from getting 500, until of course I kind of, completely, screwed my channel over and destroyed it. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, and be sure to follow me on social media. I do post this over on my Facebook, Coruscant23 page. So yeah, definitely check that out. And you guys can follow me on the Discord. The link to that is in the description. But for some reason you cannot seem to access it. Just message me in the comment section, and I will send you the link to it. All right. With that, this is AnimeCore85. See you guys next time. Take care.